Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi and Transport MEC Kedibone Diale-Tlabela have launched the festive season road safety campaign. Now, the campaign focuses on pedestrian and driver road awareness, public passenger transport overload management and vehicle roadworthiness, amongst other activities. For more on this, we're joined by Lesiba Mpya, the Gauteng MEC for Transport and Logistics spokesperson. Very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Thank you so much.
This is an incredibly busy time for you, especially looking at the number of travels. COVID-19 sort of slowed things a bit when it comes to the general sort of norm that was accustomed by South Africans and road users. Talk to us about this campaign and what the plan is going into the festive season.
Well, thank you very much for inviting us. Look, of course, festive season is one of the most busiest times, and today the MEC, together with the Premier, launched the festive safety campaign, encouraging drivers to take extra caution on the road, but very important is also driver and vehicle fitness, so that the lives of road users can also be taken up as priority. Interestingly enough, the CSIR would have expressed itself in terms of the patterns from the times of COVID to now, and it has made a finding that people still prefer the low passenger vehicles, meaning that they still prefer their own vehicles as opposed to public transport. So we are going to see a lot of vehicles on the road because government has got to do a lot to reinstill the confidence of the public transport system. So in essence, what stands out should be the fitness of the vehicle, the fitness of the driver, and our roads are ready to actually take up the festive travelers and those that will be going far and near.
So what's the general messaging as you launch this campaign when it comes to the awareness and visibility also on the streets?
Part of the carnages or the contributors of the road carnages is also driver fatigue. And I know the MEC would have spoken very succinctly to road users that they need to be able, every time when they travel, they must plan they must have their travel plans. And key in their travel plans should be enough resting on the road, because people take that for granted. It is one of the major contributors into the road carnages. And the message that comes from the MEC is that people should exercise a responsible, responsible behavior whenever they are using our roads. We know that there's going to be traveling during the time of festive, and we are hoping that our people are going to have a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. We want everyone who would travel to travel safely, and hopefully they will travel back home safely.
So with the broader plan, with law enforcement on the ground and ensuring that there's that synergy in terms of the pillars that you've spoken to, you speak about roadworthiness, which will be imperative, and fatigue, and pedestrians also. We know that over the years, pedestrian visibility and pedestrians have fallen victim to the carnages.
Yeah, over the years, the increase of pedestrian fatality has increased, and we also want to send out a strong message that pedestrians should not utilize highways, because you see a lot of people crossing over these highways, and these highways are very dangerous. But we are calling upon motorists to take extra caution for other road users, such as cyclists, such as those that use non-motorized transport, such as those that use pavements. You speak about those that are are living with disabilities who use these roads through pavements. So we are calling upon all road users to exercise patience, not to be tempted to engage into road rage. We want every road user in Gauteng to exercise caution and patience so that all of us can be accommodated in this festive season.
Yeah. As you embark on this campaign, I mean, just giving you a sense of what happened last year, Gauteng roads claimed over 150 lives as of the 1st of December. I mean, we hadn't even gone into the festive period. Do you think that the campaign that you launched today in terms of the messaging and reiterating some of these precautions, do you think it's working? Do you think that, drivers and motorists, pedestrians are listening? And is there anything more you can do to ensure that the message just does come across?
Yeah, well, we are having different platforms of spreading our messages. But I know that today the MEC was having an outreach program, a very intimate moment with drivers, where they would have shared very special moments, and the message would be, how far are you going? Have you rested enough? And I'm convinced that the message that we are trying to spread is hitting home, because people really do take responsibilities of buckling up, of ensuring that they are fit for the road, of ensuring that their vehicles are fit for the road. And we have very, very stringent law enforcement agencies. We saw some unroadworthy vehicles being pulled out of the road because we could not risk a further travel of ordinary South Africans in those vehicles that literally represent, moving coffins. And that is how we value South Africans. We are calling upon all stakeholders, particularly those that are engaged in the movement of passengers, the taxi industry, the bus industries, to take extra care and caution to ensure that their vehicles are ready, they are fit to, ferry our passengers, because without these passengers, there is no economy in the country. So the message is definitely hitting home.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming to speak to us this evening. We leave it there for now. Lesiba Mpya, the Gauteng MEC for Transport and Logistics spokesperson.